Welcome back, students. So, on Wednesday, we have studied that the laboratory preparation of methane and ethane. In that, we have studied how to make ethane and methane with the help of this sodium ethanoate and sodium propanoate. Now, how this sodium propanoate and ethanoate are formed? We treat what we do. We take carboxylic acid, or you can say ethanoic acid. This is ethanoic acid, and we treat this ethanoic acid with sodium. Sodium, being much more reactive than hydrogen, replaces hydrogen, and sodium ethanoate is formed. Okay, that is sodium ethanoate is formed. Right, now what happens, we treat the sodium ethanoate with soda lime, sodium hydroxide, in the presence of calcium oxide at 300 Kelvin. The temperature is 300 Kelvin. I think in my on Wednesday's video I have explained it as 300 degrees Celsius. No, it is degrees Celsius. 300 degrees Celsius. Temperature is 300 degrees Celsius. So we treat it with at this temperature with calcium oxide. Now what happens? Sodium carbonate is released. Na2. There are total two sodium Na2 CO3. 1, 2, 3. 3 oxygen are released. Na2 CO3 is released and methane is formed. So one thing I explained you on Wednesday also, that if we want to make product of one carbon, this is a product of one carbon. Now here there is only one carbon number. There then we are taking two number of carbon. So sodium salt of two carbons. Okay, sodium salt kiska, where there are two carbons, meth and eth, right? But if we want to make product where there are two carbon, if we want to make product that is ethane, if we want to make ethane, see, for one preparation of one carbon methane, we are taking two carbon, meth and eth, ethanoate. For the preparation of two carbon, we will take three carbon, meth, eth, prop, sodium propanoate. So remember like this. Now today we will study about the other methods of preparation, okay, of methane and ethane. In that, the first is from alkyl halide. In this, second is from alkyl halide. We will see how to prepare methane and ethane from alkyl halide. Basically, alkyl halides, halide means halogen, that is iodine, chlorine, bromine, fluorine. Correct. Out of these, we use iodine mostly. Sometimes we can use chlorine also, but not these two. Okay, now why, I'll tell you why. First, let's see the preparation. This is alkyl halide. Alkyl means alkyl group and halide, halogen, iodine basically. So we call, what is the IUPAC name? It is iodomethane, or common name, not a common name, but the general name will be methyl iodide. General name will be methyl iodide. We treat it with two nascent hydrogen. See, basically nascent hydrogen are highly reactive, and like we can never see these nascent hydrogen, because they are highly reactive. They form in between the reaction, and they just get consumed within inside the reactions only. We cannot obtain it, we cannot see this because it is highly reactive. Akela hydrogen है ना, it is not a molecule. Molecule is stable. Nascent hydrogen, only hydrogen atom is unstable. So it readily reacts in the presence of zinc plus dilute HCl. It reacts. What happens? There are two hydrogen. One hydrogen goes with iodine, and what happens? Hi is formed. One hydrogen goes with this iodine and Hi is formed. Another hydrogen reacts with CH3. What will happen? CH4 will be formed. This is methane. Now if I want to make this is methane. If I want to make ethane, then I will take two carbon species, CH3, CH2I, and I will treat it with two hydrogen in the presence of zinc plus dilute HCl. Okay, then what will happen? CH3 will be released and Hi will be released. Okay, now here if I'll take chlorine, alkyl iodide I have taken na. If I'll take alkyl chloride, then again what will happen? Instead of I, what I will obtain? I will obtain chloride, hydrogen chloride. I will obtain CH3 plus HCl. Okay, generally we use iodine. In your book it is written by iodomethane only. The method is given by only methane. Iodine. Okay, now why iodine? Because it readily loses. Why we use iodine only? Because it is generally like easily removed. It is easily removed, and so we take iodine more as compared to chlorine, bromine, and fluorine. Fluorine is highly reactive, so once if it has formed bond, then it is very difficult to remove fluorine. That is why we cannot use fluorine. We cannot use fluorine because once fluorine has formed a bond, it will be very difficult for us to remove the fluorine atom. So generally we use iodine because it can be removed easily. You can see here iodomethane and bromine are reduced by nascent hydrogen at ordinary temperature. Learn these two reactions. Okay. How nascent hydrogen is produced? It is produced by zinc powder and dilute HCl. So you need to mention it above the arrow. You can write it with pencil in your book only. Above the arrow, write this Zn plus HCl, because at the time of revision we will not be studying this theory part. Okay, हम तो direct reactions पढ़ेंगे. At that point of time, if you forget that nascent hydrogen is only produced in the presence of zinc and dilute HCl, then it will be difficult for us. Okay, now other method is aluminium carbide. Another method for the preparation is aluminium carbide. Carbide. What is carbide? Carbide is C4. Carbide has basically charge C4 negative. Okay, so aluminium has valency 3 positive. If I'll do crisscross, then aluminium 3 goes with carbon and carbon 4 goes with aluminium, and it will become Al4C3. This is known as aluminium carbide. Look at here, Al4C3. Aluminium carbide on treating with water gives methane and aluminium hydroxide. Balancing is up to you how you will balance it. Right. Next is ethane from alkyl halide. Ethane from alkyl halide. From alkyl halide also we can obtain ethane. Okay, we can obtain ethane. This is known as Wood's reaction. Wood's reaction is important. See, basically what is happening here, this is CH3 iodine plus I will take 2 sodium. I will take 2 sodium. Again I will repeat this species and I will write it like this, CH3 and I. Now what will happen? Iodine, 1 sodium and 1 iodine is removed. Again there are 2 sodium. Now 1 sodium is removed with this iodine. Another sodium will go with this iodine and sodium iodide. 2 sodium iodide is released minus 2 NaI. 2 NaI is released, CH3 is obtained. That is ethane. So basically Wood's reaction is applicable when we want to double the carbon number. Here I have taken methane iodide. Okay, methane iodide we have taken, and in product we are obtaining ethane. In the reactant I have taken methane, and in the product we are obtaining ethane. So basically this method is useful when we want to double the carbon number. When we want to double the carbon number, then we use this method. Correct? You can see they have taken 2. I have written it like this, and they have taken 2. 2 plus 2 Na gives, in the presence of dry ether, gives this. Okay. And by this method we cannot prepare methane. Now how can we not prepare methane? क्योंकि सबसे छोटा iodide कौन सा होगा, which contain only single carbon. अब from single carbon we are obtaining double. ठीक है. How can we obtain then single CH4? कैसे obtain करेंगे? For this we have to take half carbon, which is impossible. आप समझ रहे हैं, 1 का 2 हो रहा है. From 1 methane iodide it is forming 2 ethane, and this is the smallest methane iodide. अब इससे छोटा iodide present ही नहीं होता है. So how can we make CH4? समझ रहे हो, डबल हो रहा है ना हमारा. हमने एक कार्बन लिया, वी आर गेटिंग डबल कार्बन नंबर. ठीक है, अब हमें एक ही कार्बन चाहिए, तो हम आधा आधा कहाँ से लाएं? फ्रॉम देयर वी कैन हैव दिस हाफ एंड हाफ. So we cannot make methane from Wood's reaction. Okay. Now next, physical properties. Basically methane is colorless and odorless. It has melting point minus 183 degrees Celsius and boiling point minus 162 degrees Celsius. So you can see how much low melting and boiling point it has. Minus 183 means if I'll add it with 273, what will it form? 0 and 273, 183. This is minus 0. This will become 9. Yeah, 90 Kelvin. in 90 Kelvin, in just 90 Kelvin, it melts, and boiling point is minus 162. So you can see that it has very low melting and boiling point, and therefore it generally exists in gaseous state. Okay, it is negligibly soluble in water and soluble in organic solvents. Okay, it is a gas which is very lighter, so it is generally not soluble. If I'll talk about ethane, so ethane is non poisonous. Ethane is a non-poisonous gas. Its melting point and boiling point are again very low. It is sparingly soluble, bit soluble, okay, but wholly soluble in organic solvents like alcohols, acetones, and ethers. Now moving on to the chemical properties. Methane and ethane are saturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon means where there is single bond between the carbon atoms. Saturated means carbon atoms having single bond. Okay. So what are the chemical? I told you saturated means where there is single bond. You can see methane and ethane consist of single bond. There is no double or triple bond. That means it is not unsaturated. They do not react with bases such as sodium hydroxide or oxidizing agents such as potassium permanganate, or with reducing agents such as sodium metal. Okay. Now combustion. Combustion means in the presence of oxygen, they reacts with oxygen. Methane is it is flammable gas. Now it is very good fuel also, and it produces both the react products which do not harm us. ये totally burn करता है. देखो, there are few fuels which burns with yellow flame, there are few fuels which burn with blue flame. Okay, if a particular gas is burning with blue flame, then it means that there is no unburned particles left. Blue flame का मतलब होता है that no unburned particle is left. ओके, जो आपका वुड होता है, इफ़ आई बर्न वुड देन इट विल बर्न विद येलो फ्लेम. दैट मीन्स इट produces a large number of unburned particle, and hence nowadays and hence they are pollutants. But methane and ethane both burn with blue gas, giving no unburned particles. And you can see here the products are both natural gases, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड वाटर. सो दे डू नॉट हार्म अस. वाटर भी हार्म नहीं करता है, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड भी हमको हार्म नहीं करता है. सो these are very good fuels. See, a large amount of heat is also given out, so alkanes are good gaseous fuels. That is why they are nowadays used. Combustion due to low carbon content in methane, they get fully oxidized to carbon dioxide and burned with non-sooty flame. That means what I told you, that yellow, they have written it as non-sooty flame. Now, combustion in insufficient supply of air. If you will give them less amount of oxygen, then they produce carbon monoxide, which is highly dangerous to us. See what happens. Carbon monoxide, na, I will tell you one incident. It happens in winters, commonly in winters, that people keeps angithi. I think we call it as angithi, where there is a pot of made from clay, and we put coal inside it, and it burns. So in a room, isolated room, like there is no windows open, because in winters generally everyone closes the windows and doors. When you burn this angithi, that coal, then what happens, the supply of oxygen becomes very less, and from there carbon monoxide start releasing. ओके, सो होता क्या है, जो लोग होते हैं दे जनरली बर्न अंगीठी इन क्लोज्ड रूम, एंड इन द मॉर्निंग दे it can be seen that they all are dead. No one is live. Why? What happens? Because of this carbon monoxide. This is highly poisonous. See what happens, वो जो coal है, that coal in the insufficient supply of oxygen produces carbon monoxide. Coal also, methane and ethane gases also, in the insufficient supply of oxygen, they produces monoxides. Now this monoxide has a ability to फॉर्म बॉन्ड विद आर हीमोग्लोबिन. देखो बेसिकली हीमोग्लोबिन करता क्या है, हीमोग्लोबिन फॉर्म्स बॉन्ड विद ऑक्सीजन. वी टेक, जैसे हमने सांस ली, वी टेक ऑक्सीजन, ओके, वी हैव टेकन ब्रेथ. नाउ व्हाट हैपन, हीमोग्लोबिन फॉर्म बॉन्ड विद ऑक्सीजन, एंड इट विल go to every cell. It will go to every cell. In that cell it will lose oxygen. It will give oxygen. वो oxygen यहाँ lose कर देगा, and आते हुए while coming back it will form bond with carbon dioxide. Okay, and thus it is in exhaled by our nose, by our lungs. Okay, so the carrier of oxygen and hemoglobin, the carrier of oxygen and carbon dioxide is hemoglobin. हम ले जा रहे हैं वो भी, ऑक्सीजन को ले जाने वाला भी हीमोग्लोबिन है, ऑक्सीजन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को छोड़ने वाला भी, it is hemoglobin only. Now what happens, carbon monoxide once inhaled it forms a permanent bond with hemoglobin. यहाँ क्या हो रहा है, ऑक्सीजन ने थोड़े टाइम तक बॉन्ड बनाया, as it entered inside the cell, it breaks the bond and hemoglobin forms bond with carbon dioxide. Again, after coming in lungs, it will break the bond, carbon dioxide is released, hemoglobin will form bond with oxygen and it will go inside the cells. So this is how the process goes, वो बार बार फॉर्म बॉन्ड जो है वो टूट जाता है, बट कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड फॉर्म अ परमानेंट बॉन्ड विद hemoglobin which is very difficult to break. Now just imagine that in your every cell, instead of oxygen you are getting carbon monoxide and your blood is freezed. Blood cannot take, neither it can take carbon dioxide out of your cells nor it can take oxygen inside your cells. It cannot form bond because it is already occupied with carbon monoxide. So you feel suffocation from every part of the cell, you feel suffocation from there. And होता क्या है, सबसे पहले आपका ब्रेन डेड होता है. ओके, सबसे पहले आपका ब्रेन डेड हो जाता है. वाई? बिकॉज ब्रेन नीड्स अ नंबर मोर ऑक्सीजन देन द रेस्ट ऑफ आर बॉडी पार्ट्स. सबसे पहले आपका ब्रेन डेड हो गया. वंस द ब्रेन इज डेड देन वी आर अनेबल टू फील दैट वी आर सफोकेटिंग एंड वी आर डाइंग. तो सबसे अगर लाइक it is very smooth death, but every part of the cell suffocates and it is really dangerous. So methane, ethane as well as charcoal, coal also, they burn and give carbon monoxide which is very dangerous to us. Okay, so please try not to use coal inside your room, and most importantly the room is closed. सोते वक्त तो please keep that अंगीठी outside. All right. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.